everyone's feet. So I'll try to be brief. Each year at this commencement exercise, I extend best wishes to all of the graduates upon achievement of this significant milestone in their young lives. And this year is no exception, and it is my pleasure to now offer my congratulations to each of you and to your families. As you contemplate your future lives and the directions they will take beyond this ceremony, I encourage you to think about the content of this edited version of a poem entitled The Things That Haven't Been Done Before, written not by me, but by Edgar Guest, and contained in the Book of Virtues. The many will follow the beaten track with guideposts on the way. They live and have lived for ages back with a chart for every day. Someone has told them it's safe to go on the road that he has traveled o'er, and all that they ever strive to know are the things that were known before. But a few strike out without map or chart, or never a man is gone. From the beaten paths they draw apart to venture into the dawn. There are deeds they hunger alone to do, though battered and bruised and sore. They blaze the path for the many who do nothing not done before. The things that haven't been done before are the tasks worthwhile today. Are you one of the flock that follows, or are you one that shall lead the way? Are you one of the timid souls that quail at the jeers of a doubting crew? Or dare you, whether you win or fail, strike out for a goal that's new? Well, whatever your answers to the questions raised in that last stanza, and whatever the things you may do in the future, I invite you to reflect back from time to time upon your high school years and remember, wherever you journey beyond today, you'll always be welcome back to Westchester County in a place called Rye, the home of the Garnet and Black. Thank you.
Salvete, discipuli e ludo ingressuri, magistri, propenqui et amici. Vix cratera passum ne vobis hodie lacui. Videbar here timida discipula septimi gradus, fuissa quae per porticum ad classum linguae Latinae corumva ambularum. Putabam ut memini, sena ores tam magnos et tam adultos mihi apparera, me rogo num vita amor similes aliis, sed quatquad annos habitamus est tamen deis quo gradum suscipimus, post quattuor annos una perigimus et anxii expectamus proximam vitae nostrae partem sive collegium, sive negotium, sive exercitum. Ignotis hominibus accaremus, dissimilibus in locis habitamimus, et multa usu cognoscimus. Hoc tamen tempora res futuras longius prosequi nolo quad nos omnes vitas diversas consectabitur, in memora multa poleria, quae una facimus teneamus, ut ait religio haec sunt tempora memorabilia, quae non per annos durant. Sed nobis cum ingenio abundamus, plurimae memorae rerum in scinis et in campis aestheticis arctarum, inter res praecipue memorabiliae sunt, cum Aelius Gretchen in fabula Scinica lumen excedentes, manus petaluda e Syracusis in the amphitheatro carrier dome, in ultimis hominibus ludens, manus crucis Canadianae primea maxima in pluvia afferens et aemulatia cum harrison. Et per multa sunt quae enumerare non posse. Rebus etiam academicis dena per functi sumus. Habemus igitur multas ludi memora, procerto habet o naminem nostrum domini sax, et fabularum de eo narratarum operaturum esse, etiam tenebas continuam ephemeridem continentem quastum eius sententa as exempli gratia semper ab velis distrahor, sed et non passamus omitra custodes per ariam errantes et quaerentes seculos discipulorum curus contra legem statutos, ut auctoritate fungantur mittendo titulum qui dicit hic decorum statura non licet. Sunt quoque multa nova praecepta de classibus frequentandis de dee illo quo senatoris e schola absent et de dee omnium sanctorum egregia pars anni ultimi est ferae vernales fortuna nobis favebat quad consilia itinerum faciendorum capimus antiprocellas nivosas quam ab rem praefecti nudorum feraas vernales abemerant ita quid dum nomini e nobis in classibus sedebant plurimi senatoris in litera aprico iacebant volleyball ludebant ad popinam sedebant et in aqua notabant alii senatoris itinera aequora o fuebantur alii autem ad insulas Bahamas aut ad urbem Cancun ibant in urbem Cancun cum in numero minor estimus quoniam ex insula longa non veneramus tamen nos triginta septem numero comptantes agita rangers et garnets omnem locum quo iumus occupavimus omnes dicam se magnopera tidera in urba rai habitara sed ubi praeteritum contemplamur fuerit nobis compera convivia cum commissatione formali, cum cantibus etiam innumeris ad fluimus gratici musici fuerant pisces, vel autores tristes, specimina et mortui, sed etiam non est convivium aut concentus, non est longum iter ad blockbuster, semper absent amici probuscum tenara aut congregara casimus, sana sunt quoque horti disbro, Amentorium, Morus, via septentrionalis, et forum. Item est data praesertum, apud mock vogue, except exceptissimus, haec aestas feliciter ab convivium Ilius feminae de memorae actum bene incapit, cava o autem omnes qui illa convivia frequentant, ut pueros et vitia conviviorum cavant. Nunc praeter omnes alias memoraas huius Dei, quo gradum suscipimus, semper meminero. Volo omnibus, dicere feliciter, et expecto vos omnes foris hac nocta videre.
When I was in elementary school, I went through this rather prolonged phase where I was convinced I was at least 5 years older than what my birth certificate said. I started doing all sorts of mature things. Take my older sister's clothing, paint my nails, splatter my face with Tinkerbell cosmetics. It was an interesting sight. One day, noticing my new look, my teacher turned to me and said, "Mai, you sure are in a hurry to grow up. What are you going to do once that actually happens?" At first, I had no idea how to answer this question. By the time I was 10, though, I had it all figured out. I would simply graduate from high school in 3 easy years, win a full scholarship to some world-class university in the Bahamas, marry a totally gorgeous guy, first intelligence, of course, and raise 3, and only 3, perfect children on a priceless estate somewhere in the South Pacific. It was as simple as that. Obviously, things had gone slightly different from originally planned. First of all, it took me the whole 4 years to graduate, and they were hardly easy. Secondly, I had yet to hear of any world-class university in the Bahamas. Finally, and perhaps most unexpectedly, the question itself has changed. It's no longer, what are you going to be when you grow up? But what are you going to do now that you have grown up? I only wish I knew the answer. As I look over the past 4 years, I realize how much I've changed, how many things have happened. I'm no longer that little naive girl of my elementary school years, but an 18-year-old woman, completely unsure of what the future holds. One needs only to look beyond Rye's tiny boundaries to see how much things can change in a relatively short time. In the brief expanse of my high school career, for instance, communism has practically been eradicated, the USSR has disintegrated from a superpower into a commonwealth of independent, feuding states, and the Berlin Wall has come tumbling down. But it's because the world around us is so volatile that we simply can't afford to be anything but completely certain about our goals and aspirations. We must have a clear sense of who we are and what we want to accomplish as we go forward into the next phase of our lives, whether it be college or a career. Most importantly, we need to ask ourselves, what's really important? What will ultimately make us happy? Fortunately, I believe Rye has given us the strong foundation we need to make such decisions. Whether in the classroom or on the playing field, the environment has been one of close competition and scrutiny, where even the smallest of errors is noted. Such an atmosphere produces the critical thinking skills necessary to succeed in this increasingly cynical world. In fact, I can't think of any other group of students more prepared for the future than the graduating class of 1994. Last but not least, I would like to wish all of you the best of luck. And always remember, in the words of the immortal, in the great words of the immortal Aerosmith, life's a journey, not a destination. We'll never know what tomorrow will bring. Thank you.
All my bags are packed and it's ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to be gone, 'cause I believe in on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go.
It's not easy being a class officer. A lot of work and dedication go into planning, directing, and implementing fundraisers, exercising leadership on school issues, getting the class together, and putting together a great prom. However, one person cannot do all this alone. There were three very special and dedicated people who made a difference. Class Vice President Katie Gallo, Class Treasurer Beth Morgan, and Class Secretary Brian Hennigan. And it was not easy cooking hot dogs in 40-degree weather or picking up garbage in the pouring rain after a football game. But thanks to a great class, we got the job done. One of our amusing highlights was at the end of our junior year, when we planned to have a car wash. At this time, sports class were underway and dance recitals were scheduled. The first three people who arrived were Mr. Colasar, our class advisor, Beth Morgan, our treasurer, and myself. And well, basically that was it. But we did have a nice conversation about our plans for next year. Thanks to that great experience, we were much better prepared for our senior year. Our spaghetti dinner and silent auction were a big success, as well as our concession stand at the football games and battle of the classes. But through all our ups and downs, there was one person who was always there to listen to us and guide us when we needed it, which was basically all the time. That person is Mr. Colasar, our class advisor. Mr. Colasar, would you please come up? Thanks for everything, Mr. Colasar. Now it is my honor to present our class gift. The class of 1994 has donated an outdoor activity display to announce all sporting events that occur at Nugent Stadium.
On behalf of the faculty and the entire student body of Rye High School, I gratefully accept your gift. Thank you.
the first day of the rest of my life. Though it's true what some have said of me, that many moments we've shared since we met long ago, but now it's time to say farewell. We've shared smiles, we've shared tears, but we've grown all along, and you mean more to me than you'll ever know. So we sing farewell. Let's take the memories as we go. The years were good to you and me, we know. So we sing farewell, though we're sad to have to go. You mean more to me than you'll ever know. I know you'll remember me, and I'll remember you. It won't matter where we live or where we go. These are times we all shared, times we laughed, times we cared, and you mean more to me than you'll ever know. So we sing farewell. Let's take the memories as we go. The years were good to you and me, we know. So we sing farewell. Oh, we're sad to have to go. You mean more to me than you'll ever know. So we sing farewell. Let's take the memories as we go. The years were good to you and me, we know. So we sing farewell, though we're sad to have to go. You mean more to me than you'll ever know. Farewell, farewell,
Worked diligently during the last 4 years to meet the rigorous challenges our teachers and coaches have set for them. Dr. Johnston, you may have noted that all 4 of our major speakers this morning were young women. As you know, there is an ongoing and fierce debate in educational circles asserting that females in schools, especially high schools, are subtly discriminated against. It is held that only in same-sex colleges will many young women gain the confidence to compete on equal terms with men. This has not proved to be the case here. Rye High School is like a petri dish where unsentimental Darwinian intellectual competition reigns supreme. We are a pure meritocracy, and the results are in. 1994 has turned out to be the year of the woman at Rye High School. It is possible to think of Rye High School as a vast, diffuse, wiggly, live organism, continually growing and evolving. It is composed of music, math, attention to the past, vivid expression, cultural diversity, sports, thinking, books, banal tedium, beauty, energy, achievement, failure, risk-taking, fermenting ideas. It is filled with teenage longing and exuberance, heartbreak, courage, energy, retreat, hard work, goofy humor, hacky sack, howling the blues, rebellion, droning melancholia, bragging and striving. This magnificent organism has given birth to a new generation, and its progeny is arrayed before us. These young adults are now ready to make their way in the wider world. Dr. Johnston, these young men and women have been schooled in the duties of citizenship by their participation in our community service program. Collectively, this class volunteered over 16,000 hours of service. That surpasses by many thousands of hours the time donated by any other class. In fact, this works out to be approximately 120 hours of volunteer service per student, twice what was required. This idealistic group of young people addressed community needs at the Carver Center, Helping Hands for the Homeless, Rye Nature Center, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, United Hospital, Rye City Hall, King Street Nursing Home, Toys for Tots, Rye WYMCA, Rye Recreation Programs, Community Churches, Rye Arts Center, Coalition of Food Pantries, the Big Brother and Big Sister Program at Midland, Nap House, Osborne Home, Soup Kitchens, and many other locations where their work made a solid contribution. At our new tutoring center, 47 students from the class of 1994 tutored dozens of their peers for a total of 603 hours. There is no question that this is a group of young people who had many advantages in life, but they have made the most of fortuitous circumstances. Their future is limitless, and all the community of Rye can be proud of these young adults. The limitations of this ceremony are such that we can only single out a few students, but it is clear that they are merely emblematic. They embody the admirable characteristics of this entire collective of 134 young adults. Their parents should be commended and congratulated for the admirable task of raising such a principled and hard-working group of young men and women. Dr. Johnston, our faculty, Wayne Batiste and I affirm that all these young men and women are now prepared to be launched into the ranks of educated citizens. And so it is with enormous pride that I present to you the Rye High School graduating class of 1994.
On behalf of the Board of Education.
Susan Christine Briggs. Heather Dodds Duckworth. Sarah Connor Childs. Peggy Chung. Craig Andrew Calcutt. Mary Margaret Moore. Erin Marie Dempsey. Ramsey J.C. Gordon. Ramsey received a diploma from his father, Board of Education member David Sidmore. Christopher Daniel Mello. Colleen Rose Daly. Karen Elizabeth Kaufman. Karen will receive her diploma from her father, Board of Ed member Gary Kaufman. Jenny Moore Ferguson. Timothy Stephen Amitier. Patrick Anderson. Peter M. Anfuso. Laura Catherine Ansbro. Laura will receive her diploma from her father, Orion teacher, Michael Ansbro. Elizabeth May Antacona. Hirohisa Awanahara. Alan Bastable. Cheryl Vadovic. Daniel Jacob Bernholz. Emily Lynn Bracken. Eric David Brown. Hugo Javier Bustos. Sarah Farron Butler. Connor Nicholas Byrne. Michelle Hannah Cahill. Tara Lee Capasso. Claudio M. Castillo. Joanna Therese Cavalier. Shirley Chacon. Cord Engelman Chase. Jennifer Ann Siselski. Tyler Hefner Collins. Karen Ann Cotter. Alexandra Victoria de Barros. Paula Di Rodrigo. Allison Lee DeSythe. Diane Jane DeEdwards. Claire Lynn Donnelly. Claire will receive her diploma from her father, Warai teacher Joseph Donnelly. Ian Donahue. Robert Charles Eisen. Jeremy William Farrington. Salvatore Frank Fazzolari. Kyla Lynn Feely. Sylvia M. Flores. Michael Avery Fogarty. Eliana Franca. Katie Elizabeth Gallo. Katie will receive her diploma from her father, Orion teacher, Drew Gallo. Andrew Lewis Gillies. Lawrence Christopher Hadley. Nicole Prentice Hanneman. Anna Rebecca Hellman. Courtney Lynn Henning. Ryan Perry Hennigan. Luis Armando Hernandez. Carl Michael Yellmaker. Gloria Gina Iannucci. Masayuki Imada. Hiroshi Itani. Helene Marie Jahurian. Anthony Cambuselis. Ruji Kano. Gavin Patrick Kelly. David Sittadeth King Sittaphone. Yuko Kurahara. Rebecca Joan Levine. Ryan H. Levy. Laura Ann Victoria Lombardo. Meredith Reed Long. Blanca Paola Lopez. Jeanette Leonori Lopez. Carissa Taylor Lord. Shiho Makamura. Anthony Nicholas Maraglino. Mickey Masuda. Yumi Matsumoto. Takashi Matsuoka. Sean Robert McGuigan. Amy Lucia Victoria McInerney. Karen Audrey McKittrick. Kalia Margaret McLaughlin. Edward J. Malloy Jr.
Eddie.
Beth Allison Morgan.
Go, Eddie.
Claire Elliott Moynihan. Kara Elizabeth Murphy. Kara will receive her diploma from her father, a former board member, Joseph Murphy. Go Nakakomi. Sarah Vitanza Northshield. Sarah will receive her diploma from her father, a right teacher, Charles Northshield. Anthony Vito Piscazio. Jessica Margot Patterson. Marcio Pavini Paolucci. Nicole Danielle Pizzona. Henrik Anders Persson. Monica Adele Petrullo. Erica Marie Pfister. Scott Harold Pollard. Edgar Prado. Kathy Barbara Proper. Jeffrey Michael Provenzano. Sean Paul Quinn. Francis Peter Reeves III. Jonathan David Riddell. Philip Samuel Robinson. Aaron Matthew Schwartz. Declan Garrigan Shea. Amanda Wells Smith. Matthew Benjamin Smith. Brad Anthony Soma. Mark Spitalnik. Allison Orell Stackpole. Sarah M. Stoddart. Sarah Rachel Supkoff. Asuka Takita. Christina Thompson. Gemma K. Tillotson. Roque A. Teneo. Anne-Marie Margaret Elizabeth Torregrossa. Brenda I. Torres. Jennifer Elizabeth Tropea. Kimberly Nicole Vale. Christine Jean Vallis. Prem Ya Varma. Sandra Louise Verschure. Jesus Villagomez. Eric Miguel Vora. Jennifer Ward. Madoka Washio. Sarah Catherine Williams. Gretchen Claire Wolf.
Ask you for just one more minute, please. Orchestrating a defining ceremony like this demands a lot of detail work and creativity on the part of many people. I would just like to take a moment to ask us all to collectively acknowledge the efforts of the main organizers. I wish to thank my friend, the tireless Angelo Morganti. Entire crew of superb custodians who worked since the crack of dawn to set up for the celebration. Also, thanks to Captain Video, Vinny Bayona, and the technicians of TCI for the television coverage and the auditorium video backup systems. Hats off to dedicated guidance counselors Sue Dixon, Rob Cochran, and the legendary Gloria Hoffman. Thanks to Maestro Helen Canastraci and the indispensable musical genius Todd Beanie for coordinating the audio and working so professionally with our graduating musicians. Grateful thanks to Sherry Flood and the Parents Organization Mothers who have so generously arranged for a post-graduation reception, which is available to all under the tent in a few minutes. Thanks most of all to my secretaries Alice Poschel and Charlotte Byrne for their extraordinary professionalism, thoroughness, and for personifying all that is caring and witty and abiding in my high school. Finally, thanks to all for joining the celebration. Our 1994 commencement is concluded.